Hello, and season's greetings to you all. My name is Grandpa Emmy, and we're having quite a Merry Christmas here, aren't we? We have everything. We've got a tree for a midnight snack, stockings, which I plan on wearing tomorrow at the prom, and we even have milk and cookies. Delicious. But that's not why I'm here. I'm here to tell a very special story for you all. A grand story. The story of the century, even. You might have heard it before, but never known that you actually have heard it before. That's because the story was later turned into a song that was later used for a game where an Italian stereotype plumber beats up a scrawny elf man and a gorilla. By the way, if you haven't seen this video, kindly pack your bags, get off my front lawn, and leave. Thank you. Now, for the longest time, people had thought that this song was in another language entirely. However, that's not true. It is actually in English, and is actually retelling of a long-forgotten, fantastic story, long buried amongst the corn people from Lapland in the ancient cockles of the internet. However, thankfully we have discovered a copy of the story. And that is why I am here, to tell this very fine and fantastical story to you, my fine viewers. Colours weave into a spire of... What is this doing here? This isn't supposed to be here. No. What is this doing here? Ow! Anyway, sorry for that interruption. Now, to the actual story. Once upon a time, there was a married couple consisting of a wife and a husband. The husband was a foreman who was 5 million years old. The wife was a cook whose old lover was Winnie the Pooh, who sadly got run over by a speeding car. Together they lived in a house with a big scum net and a lot of nails. And they insisted that people call them Mama and Papa, despite them not owning any children. One day, however, the husband was framed for identity theft, and so had to run away from the police whilst fleeing from a tsunami. As he did, his wife, who was watching the strange affair from far away, laughed so hard that her red hair started leaking, and so she had to eat a spoonfare to get it back. Don't ask what a spoonfare is. As all this was happening, 4 people were watching. One of them was a crazed cosplayer who suffered from a delusion that made him think that he was the actual Harry Potter, and that the husband was Voldemort. So, he was going to challenge him to a wizard's duel, but accidentally slipped on a piece of meat.
The other 3 were relieved over the death of the first member of their group. They then forgot everything and went to sleep.
However, they couldn't. They couldn't possibly rest without a little bit of tomfoolery, burned up more than seds, butt toasts and sheep. That's when suddenly an omelette prevailed to grant them their wishes. Then, this story was fantastic. So fantastic that the media couldn't handle it, and so they had to bury every last copy of it. However, one man, who seemed to remember at least a fraction of the story, decided to write a song about it. However, sadly, he didn't quite remember the story 100%. He only remembered a few things about it, and so the story was somewhat jumbled up in the song. However, despite that, we are going to sing the song for you tonight. Call me Papa, me be who? So what, it wasn't me, and I flee a tsunami.